Trouble Show. So listen, we were talking on the break, right? And Vern brought up a good point. He said, when Trump was in office, we had no wars. We had nothing. And I think a lot of that had to do where people were scared to crap of the guy. I mean, because, you know, of course, all the liberals were like, oh, he's a button pusher. Watch out for him.
Well, we had Afghanistan. And weren't we going back and forth with North Korea?
Yeah, we were going back and forth.
We had that kind of stuff.
And he kind of put the brakes on that real quick, you know. But, you know, I spent time over there in the desert.
You did.
And I will tell you this. We're not done. I believe that we will be back there in the Middle East. You know, it's just a hotbed. It always has been. Its entire existence in this world. It's always been like that. And they always say the Great War, that's where it will be. And I believe it too. I honestly believe it too, because that's one reason that just cannot get along. You know, there's just too much different, you know, factions, ideologies,
whatever,
going on over there.
Yeah.
And for anybody to sit there and believe that, well, we just can't put American boots back on that land, it's going to happen. Because what's going to happen is when you don't put American boots back on that land, and this is anywhere in the world if you really think about it, if you don't put American boots back on a certain soil, that's when crap happens. You know, it's like that little crazy kid in the corner. It's like, you know, I can get away with it because mom and dad's now looking. You know, and they're thinking, okay, we can get away with this because America's not looking, or America doesn't care, or America's in turmoil, and that's what's happening. The world is actually probably laughing at us right now, in my opinion. But these world leaders in these third world countries, you know, they don't give a crap. They really do not care. You know, and everybody thinks, oh, we did this for them and they love us. And let me tell you something. There ain't nobody in the Middle East that loves America. No, none of them.
No.
What were you saying?
John,
just to touch on what you're saying. I don't believe Trump wants the United States to be the police force of the world, which is, we got stuck in that position for the longest time.
Right.
Now, am I saying that he won't send troops if we need to? I believe he will do that because that's the kind of man. He's got a spine. Okay, right. But to be the police force and clean up other people's messes, there's no money in it for us. We got no skin in that game. Well, I mean, look at what's going on now in Israel, between Israel and Palestine. Look how all of a sudden, when this thing happened, that now everybody's anti-Israel. Well,
right.
The liberals are anti-Israel. You know what I mean? And meanwhile, as far as I'm concerned, if Israel eliminates Hamas, the whole planet a favor.
So be it. Let me tell you, though, and here's the thing, is that if you look at the other countries, I'm going to go back, because it's been like probably 30-something years since I've been there. If I go back to Desert Shield, and they said we had 500,000 troops on the ground, well, that was a lie, without a doubt, all right? And the coalition forces, man, dude, you'd be driving by and you see some base and there's 6 guys from France. You know what I mean? It was like there's 3 dozen from Italy. What, are you kidding me? And if that's the way it's got to be, that's cool. But you know what? Your country better put into that World Bank to support, you know, conflicts like this, all right? Because we know we have to be the superpower. We do. In order for the world to be right, we've got to be the superpower, because everybody everywhere else in the world wants to come here. They just want to be like us or come here. They might want to take something that we do and take it back to their country. And when you travel the world, you'll see it.
Yeah, you do. That is true.
You know,
yeah. I'm going to add to that. Explaining this to my wife one day, we were talking about it. I said, it's not so. I don't think there's the people who are trying to come here now are trying to milk us.
Right.
They're not here to make themselves better. They're coming here to get what they can get for free.
Correct.
Okay. The New World Order conspiracy thing, which I don't know how much of it a conspiracy it is. Okay, but in my opinion, they're trying to bring us down their level because they can never get up to our level.
Right.
And you know what? I was in Europe last year. I have family in Italy. My wife is Greek. We got family there. They have an immigration problem too.
Yep.
Yeah, they do.
You And the bottom feeders are coming from all over the place. Okay, but they don't have my wife's family, for example. They got no desire to come here because they're content with what they have, and that's it. But the
Right.
new world order class, because they can never reach our level, they want to knock us down. And
Right.
that wokeism, that liberalism is part of it. That unpatriotic disease that
Bingo.
started bringing us down.
And that's that magic word, man. Magic words, unpatriotic. We've lost this. We've lost it temporarily. I believe this is that there are still warriors out there like all of us. That I'll die for my flag. I absolutely will lay down my body for my country. People don't know what that means anymore. They have no idea what that means. The love of country. God, country, family. They have no idea what those values are, and it's the saddest thing out there. It's peace, And they talk about Trump. He's gonna take over the world. Well, I'm sorry. You get peace through strength. Unfortunately, that's the way the world has been since day one.
Agreed.
Nothing's changed. Okay, so if you have a strong military, you're able to keep things in order. All right. If you have a strong police force, you're able to keep things in order, and people think, oh, you get a strong police force, these guys are just kicking people's heads in. That's not the truth.
Yeah, not really. Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. There's bad apples that are out there.
There is, and everywhere.
And that's everywhere. But you know what? There's so much, you can't get away with it anymore. Is it going to happen? It's going to happen. Always. There's bad politicians, there's bad cops, there's bad firemen, there's bad guys out there. But the majority of us are good people. The majority of us want the best for everybody.
We do, yeah.
Let me tell you something. Even these dumb, I'm not going to use the word retard no more.
No, don't do
But
that.
even the retarded Democrats that are out there, I feel bad for them. I do.
You're going to be feeling bad.
I do. I feel bad for those retards. It's like, listen, you know in your heart what you're saying is wrong. The way you're acting is wrong.
I don't know that people do that, though.
But it's like
there's a few left-leaning people that still have some spark up there, and but they're just getting fed bad information and they're running with it.
Yeah.
That's what the problem is.
Let's look at my girl AOC over in New York. I'm like, really?
Oh my God!
Do people vote
Be a
for her
wench.
again? What's going on with this? I'm sitting there going like, this is who you vote for. What is she doing for you?
Right.
She's doing nothing for you.
No.
But you'll keep continuing to vote for people like that. Did you happen to see the other candidates? I just don't get it. I remember when I was looking at the mayor, when they were running for New York, the people running for New York, and I'm looking at the candidates, and I'm going like, did you see those Democrats? I'm like, this is a
Nobody
lineup
wants
in the
the
police
job.
station. It's just,
that's bad.
Who are these people? And it's just, I don't know. We've lost something around the way, but it's just time that everybody's got to speak up. Find your platform, whatever it is. Find your platform and open your trap. Don't settle for what's happening around you. If a majority of us can get together like that, everybody wants to live good. Everybody wants to live in a good neighborhood. Everybody wants to have nice things, all right? It just helps somebody else out.
The thing I want to input on that is the silent majority is still the majority. These liberals get the media voice and they are amplified like 1% or 2% of the population. And they make you think there are all of these people that are behind these liberal ideas. They're not. When Trump was in, how many boat parades did you see? Thousands of boats lined up for Trump. I mean, there are car parades with Trump. We have the patriotism. People just got lost because the election was stolen. If you saw last night, CNN, Jake Tapper, and they were going to have a coronary. 2/3% of the Iowa caucus voters said the 2020 election, election was stolen, that Biden did not win legitimately. I thought they were going to have a coronary when they announced that, because the people know that. They believe that. They get disheartened. But the you and I's, the people that know this country, the are 100 million strong, we're the geeked out, armed majority.
Yeah, you had to throw the word armed there, right? You just had to throw that.
You know, right arm, left arm.
Oh, that's what you meant. That's what you
My
meant.
fishing poles.
Yeah, gotcha. You know what it is? The bottom line is, you all better just show up. You have to show up.
Well, right. You need to vote. You know, like I said, the New Hampshire ones, 99% of the people when I was there showed up. I mean, if they were really bad off if they didn't show.
You know, and that's
You got to do it.
I think the sad thing is the younger generation just like, I don't have to show up. Somebody else would do it. Dude,
Well,
it's not only that. They don't care.
it's your. Let me.
I have
actually,
kids. I
shouldn't
talk
say
about
the younger
politics with my
generation.
kids, and they turn they walk away.
No, mine don't. Mine are right in it.
Yeah,
Mine
I
are right
believe-
in it. I have to say that. My grandkids right
They're
in
young, so
I can
Oh,
guarantee
yeah,
if we
yeah.
look at people around us at our age, some people just don't vote. You know, and it's like, why would you not, man? This is your right as an American.
Mm-hmm.
This is where you get to speak up. That's the time when you get to speak up. You know, but I got to tell you, man, Republicans, no matter what's going on in your life, I don't care if it's tornado, hurricane, snowstorms, or whatever, call us. We'll pick you up in a bus.
it. Right.
We're going to take you to your poll. You've got to
Yeah.
vote. You've actually got to get out there and pull the lever.
and become poll watchers, and don't let them kick you out for a water main that broke, that was non-existent.
You know what I liked about last night was watching them count the votes, paper by paper. Trump said that.
Yes, he did.
Paper ballots.
Absolutely.
He's putting it back to paper, and I believe that's the way it should be.
Yeah.
You know, computers are great, fantastic, but I want to see the numbers counted right there. You know, there are 5-6 people counting it. There are 3 people watching it. That's the way it should be.
Yeah.
It might take a little longer. And come on, man, how long?
Okay, it would be
The
that.
vote gets decided that night.
Yep.
Not 7 days from now, not 6 months from now, that night. Okay? You're either one or you're lost. End of story. You know, put enough people in there where you can count those pieces of paper.
Yes.
You know?
No,
it can be done. It can be done for sure.
It's been it has been done up until the last election, or the 2020 election. It has been.
Yeah, I mean, technology is great, but sometimes it kind of gets in the way. And if it could be hacked or whatever
It
else. and
scares me with just two buttons you can change the world.
right?
Hit 2
Right.
keystrokes and that's it.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, remember the Chads. I said that the last time.
Yeah.
I mean, where did that come in? Literally from left field.
Yeah, let me tell you.
Yes.
My phone. So even my look, like you're sitting there and you're looking at stuff like I'm a tool nut. I'm addicted to tools. And hi, my name is Kevin, and I'm addicted to tools. And every time I look at something, it's like here comes 55 versions of it on my phone. I mean, they know exactly what I'm looking
Yeah,
at
they
at
do.
all times.
Yeah.
The scary thing was that I was talking to a dude one day about something. I never looked it up on my phone, and it started popping up on my phone.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
That happened to me recently as well.
And I'm like, wow. And I was telling Vern, like, the only news I get on my phone, I got an Apple phone. The only thing that comes on is like left news. I don't really hear, the debate on the other side. It's always coming from the left. It never comes from the right.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, man, my phone is soft. I got to get rid of this thing. You know?
You got an iPhone. Ask Siri. Headline news. What comes up? NPR.
Yeah.
Can't get any more liberal than NPR. Why would that come up? Why not any of the other ones? Not even CNN, but NPR.
I don't know.
That's it's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know, it's just, but the technology today is like I said, it's great. We're able to speak on the air because of this stuff.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
We haven't been kicked off because of the retarded word yet, but we're close.
That might be coming.
What's close?
This might be our last show.
This is it, John. We tried. You know.
Kev, if you just show them that you're retarded, then they can't discriminate.
Can I
So
do
we'll be
that?
all
Can
right.
I come in with the walk and the look? No, Cindy's going, please. No.
I know this is
Don't
just
do
like,
that.
There goes
Don't
my
do-
career,
that's it.
my whatever.
She's so good too. You know, it's just such a short career.
I'm waiting to see. I'm waiting to see a hook. I'm waiting to see the hook come from her side to your side.
I come walking in with the American flag, John, like the guy. Remember the guy?
We
Oh,
need the
Sammy.
old-
Sammy was
Sammy.
his name.
Yeah. We had a guy in our neighborhood.
Yeah.
He swept wherever this guy was. He had the little mini American flags, and he just go back and forth. He'd walk everywhere. I remember I walked into a bar one day, and there he was. I'm like, wow. Sammy's pounding them beers like it's going on.
Well, everybody in the neighborhood knew him. They took care of him.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the way it was in neighborhoods in New York back then. They need to come back with like the Gong Show or the Hook. Remember the Hook? You guys are old enough.
Yeah.
There goes Kevin.
Yeah.
Cindy gets me by
That's what I was referring to. That's it.
You know, and she's gonna hook up electric.
The
shock
way
to
our
the channel.
screen is split, I could see it in Cindy's hand and then grabbing you.
It just shock seats. That's it. I'm like, oh, what's going on here?
Right.
Yeah. No, I miss those days. When we were growing up, it was, I don't know, it was simpler for me. It was simpler. Yeah, you know. I was out there doing a quote the other day, last week, and I got sick, man. I got sick as a dog, man. I went down. I mean, I can't tell you. I got to tell you about this. I went down, and you can hear my sexy voice, right? This is good. This is good compared to last week. I couldn't even speak. And I'm sitting there laying in bed like, I just can't, because I'm not a person that can just sit. I've got to always be doing something. Right, I don't like being, it's crazy, but I don't like being in my house. Hope my wife's not listening, because I love you, honey. I love sitting next to you watching them stupid home shows all the time. Absolutely love it. I can't stand it. I want to kill myself. I really do. I've seen every home show that's out there. I can tell you how to design your house. I got to tell you, John. Right? Listen, this house that we're working on, the woman's like, well, what do you think? And I'm like, well, you know what? If we take the contrast of the walls and the flooring, we can put this type of drapery up. And I was like, oh my God, I sound like a, you know what I mean? I sound a little Fruit Loop right there.
Did you have a sweater tied around your neck when you were talking?
I did. It was like, and I flicked it. I was like, I flicked it behind my neck, and she's like, wow. She goes, you really got good taste. I said, I know. I don't, I'm sorry I even said that. I walked outside. I said, I can't believe what I just said.
That's crazy.
It's the home shows. They do it to you.
Yeah, they do.
Because there's all these decorated, I don't want to talk about it no more. I really sound bad.
Yeah, you do.
Anyway.
Let me ask you a different question.
Yeah.
Okay, let me think. No, I'm not going to do that.
All right. So listen, I was sick, right? And I'm laying in bed, and I said, I can't stay here. I'm going to go absolutely out of my mind. And I'm like, how do I get, I thought it was like a strep throat, I'm like, I'm not going to the doctor. I'm not paying $150 of urgent care crap. And I'm like, well, I'm dying here. I couldn't even speak. I couldn't swallow it. I like to eat. So if I can't swallow, I'm mad. So I'm like, this is it. I got to figure this out. Couldn't taste, couldn't smell. I'm like, it can't be COVID. Please, Lord, don't let it be COVID, right? So I said, how do I find this? I'm going to go on the internet. I said, how do you fix a strep throat? That's all I put in. And I forgot. It might have been a Mayo Clinic, I think, that came up, or WebMD or something like that. Yeah. Check this out. They said to me, if you can take amoxicillin, and it was another name.
Yeah, you need antibiotics for strep throat.
So I had some in the closet. I said, I got that. They said, but the trick is to take 3 Advil, ibuprofen. Right?
Oh, for the pain?
I took
inflammation.
The inflammation. I was able to swallow. That means I can eat. I started smelling. Hours later.
Wow.
And I said,
shout out to Advil.
I'm going to tell you something, that you better be our sponsor, you bums. You did me good. But it got me back in action. I was able to get out there.
That's all you needed.
Because I was showing up to houses trying to do quotes. Sound like Minnie Mouse. My voice was terrible. And people don't want to talk to you when you sound sick.
No.
So he goes, is that your real voice? I'm like, oh yeah, this is my real voice. I sound like, what was that guy? Barry something back in the day, with the deep voice. But, I can't stay home. So I don't know where I was going with this, but Advil's great. That's all I got to say. Advil, ibuprofen or whatever.
Yeah.
But, that's all. I was sick, and it sucked, man. I can't stay home. How do you do it? You got kids now. And I know you. You couldn't sit still for a second. Yeah.
Kev, I don't get sick.
How do you not do that?
My doctor doesn't know what I look like, bro.
Really?
The only time my doctor saw me because I blew out my knee and I had to have the surgery. That's the only reason the doctor's ever seen me. I don't get sick.
When I was up north, I never got sick. I moved here to Florida, I get sick. There's something they're doing down here. They're telling you, that's why this is the medical state. It's in the freaking water
No,
down here.
please don't get on that.
That's
stuff.
What
it
did you
is.
call it?
The medical
You
stuff.
called it one day. You and I were talking. You called it Heaven's Waiting Room.
No. God's waiting room. That's what Florida is.
Everybody
God's
says
waiting
that.
room. That's what it is. Everybody's walking around like an invalid. It's like zombies down here sometimes, man. And that's why, I swear, you'll turn down streets and it's just rows of medical. And I'm like, wait, why? You know, why? Why is there so much of this? What are you doing to us? I believe they're doing something to us.
No, thanks.
That's why I'm getting the hell out of here, Cindy. I'm telling you.
You're going back to
I'm
New York?
going back because I'll live if I'm up there.
Oh,
Here,
okay.
they're trying to kill me
Well,
before
they're
it's
all
60.
coming down here, so you'll have plenty of
That's
room
it.
up there.
But they're stupid. That's the thing. They're all, we can go. They're all thinking, this is the biggest scam. You know, you lived up in the cold your whole life. I know it gets you. It's cold.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But you come down here and it's 527 degrees in
I
the
love
summer.
it like
You
that.
do?
Yeah, I love it.
Oh my
I
God.
love it.
When my toes start sticking together.
That's because you
I
don't
look
work
like-
outside.
I look like a frog.
do work
Yeah, it's terrible. Dude, that's the worst. I'm measuring a house. I go do 6 shirts a day. I look like a pig when I go back in. You want to know how much this could cost? No, stay at the door. You're dripping. You know, it's terrible. But it's hot. And I'm going to tell you, it's been getting hotter.
Yeah,
You
it is
notice
getting
that?
hot. Well, we're getting ready for hell because you're going to be going there
I
soon.
know.
Yeah.
That's what it is. They're trying to turn up the heat so I can get used to this. I got it. I got it.
On that note, Tucker Carlson interviewed Florida's Surgeon General on the 15th. I would encourage you all to watch that.
No, you don't want to watch
Why?
that.
That was
What did he
amazing.
say? What did he say?
He exposed the truth.
Look, listen, the guy in the corner. You're giving us bits and pieces. That's now to
You gotta do
listen.
your
I
research.
advise you guys to all
You
look at
tease.
this. And then he stops. You know what I mean? What's it about?
You don't want to listen. Well, it's about the medical tyranny, about the vaccine, the Pfizer's, and what they're doing to us. They're talking about that. He came out. And he's one of the only. He was appointed by DeSantis. He's one of the few people that have come out and told the truth that this can effectively change your DNA. It has DNA in it, and because of its nanoparticles, you got to watch the Tucker.
So what's it going to do with the DNA? Is am I,
Well, we'll all have our own DNA.
will I
There
become a
is-
better athlete, or what's it going to do for me?
The thing is, it's not going to do anything good.
I got the vax. I got the vax and I got the boosters.
Well,
They told me I was getting boosters, and I got all excited. I thought it was cash. But then they stick something in my arm. I'm like, whoa, what the hell's this crap? The booster. They lied, John. They lied down here. telling you, it's a scam down
They
here.
lied to you. I didn't
Right.
buy. My wife coincidentally had a doctor's appointment today, and she came out of the building full of piss and vinegar, and I'm like, "What's the matter?" She's like, "They got all, everybody's wearing masks in there." I'm like, "What?"
Yeah.
And she goes,
Said
"Yeah,
they
I
were
walked in
going
the
back.
office, and the girl handed me a mask." I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" I would have asked them why.
Yeah. You guys see the retards down here?
And my wife looked at. She
Driving in
looked
the
at the
car.
waiting room. Everybody in the waiting room was maskless, and my wife looked at the girl behind the counter and said, "Really?" And she looked back. She goes, "Oh, you can't get everybody." She came out from behind the desk and handed a mask to everybody there.
That's terrible.
Well,
That's terrible. You guys see down here?
I'm like,
they're,
nah,
they're
nah,
driving
I
down the street with 95 degrees up. The windows are rolled up, and they got a mask on their face.
Yeah.
I'm like, who's in the
Well,
back of your car?
and
Casper
about
the
himself.
Ghost?
And
Yeah.
by, yeah.
the COVID vax was 0.125 microns. Like putting on a mask to stop a virus like that is like putting up a chain link fence to stop a mosquito. It doesn't work.
It doesn't work, right? See the
What
guy in the corner?
what they came out with is they said that they proved, number one, the Fauci was in the news last week, that and how do you call it, the 6 foot spacing.
Lies. All lies.
It was from a flu from 1918,
I know.
All
right.
literally,
Listen, we
and they
gotta
just
go.
adapted that and tried to use it.
We start getting going, and Cindy's like, I got to take you guys off the air because Kevin talks too much crap. All right, listen, we'll be back. We're going to be back next Tuesday, same time, same bat channel. The Double Trouble Show with John and Kevin, 5:30 Tuesdays. We'll see you then. Bye.